Hi, Dickens Reads families. It is Wednesday and time for book club. This week we're going to start a new book. It is a two-part read, and it is about something that we're all very familiar with, little free libraries. So the story is Little Libraries, Big Heroes by Miranda Paul, illustrated by John Para. Let's get started. For thousands of years, people have loved stories about heroes. Mythical heroes, historical heroes, mythical heroes, historical heroes, and even ordinary heroes. Like this guy, Todd. Pretty ordinary, right? See Todd? Here's Kid Todd pretending to be a superhero. Kid Todd. In school, he didn't feel heroic. Even though his mother had been a teacher who loved books, reading was difficult for him. He was often scolded for asking too many questions, and he was told that he wasn't a good student. Todd's mom disagreed. She told him he was gifted and had something big to offer the world. You can do anything, she said. He hoped she was right. Todd and his mom. Todd studied hard, graduated from school, and got a job. At work, Todd discovered that he liked helping people. But then his mother died, and he became the one who needed help. To get through sad times, he missed her terribly. Memories of his mom teaching neighborhood kids how to read gave Todd an idea. He cut up an old door and hammered the pieces together to make a tiny one-room schoolhouse. He stacked books inside, nailed a sign on the front, and placed the little library on his lawn. Now he could share his mother's love of reading with anyone who passed by. Just one problem: few people pass by. So here's Todd with the very first little free library ever. One day during a rummage sale, Todd's neighbors spotted his creation. Did you build that yourself? What a neat idea. Why did you make it? Todd told them about his mom. People loved his story. It reminded him of ordinary heroes they knew. Soon, neighbors who had never met before gathered around, chatting like old friends. They grabbed books, they gave books. The little free library became the center of the neighborhood. Todd felt his nifty box of books had potential. He called up his friend Rick, who was always chock full of grand ideas. Rick thought they could build thousands of little boxes, like Andrew Carnegie, who once built 2,510 libraries, the big ones. They could take trips, like Ludi Stearns, who brought traveling libraries all over Wisconsin. Here's Todd and Rick. Wait a minute, Todd said. Andrew Carnegie had been a wealthy businessman. Ludi Stearns was a trained librarian. The two of them, Todd and Rick, were just ordinary guys, and they were particularly low on cash. How many libraries could two ordinary guys create? How far could ordinary people spread an idea? They agreed on one thing: they wanted to find out. For months, they salvaged, designed, and saw sawed, and painted. They learned about important skills such as how to recycle a barn, how to pick out a sliver, and how to convince family members that sawing and painting were fun. The team lined up their finished masterpieces and waited for the crowds. But the crowds didn't come. Only one person bought a little library. The freshly painted boxes sat and sat and sat. So, this is a good place to stop. We'll pick back up next week. We'll learn how little free libraries did they continue to sit. How did the little free library in front of Charles Dickens School get there? We'll find out next week on Book Club Wednesday. Again, we are reading Little Libraries, Big Heroes by Miranda Paul. See you next week.